All right, folks, we are back in the Pratt Pack gym after a full day. And coming up, we're going to talk a little U.S. Open golf with Mike Dudurich. He, of course, the host of the golf show every Saturday at 7 on 93.7 The Fan. But joining me right now on the Comcast Newsline, he is a political and polling analyst. He is Doug Saltzman. You hear him from time to time on News Radio 1020 KDK. He happened to be in attendance last night at that congressional baseball game in front of 25,000 fans. And the congressman who represents that city of Pittsburgh, Mike Doyle, made us all proud. Good evening, Doug. How are you?
Good, Rob. How are you tonight? Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. So tell me about last night. Obviously somber, but a message loud and clear by the number of people that showed up, and also a job well done, according to you, by Congressman Mike Doyle.
Oh, absolutely. Congressman Doyle has been for years the manager of the Democratic baseball team. And I'm sure when he took over that show, I'm sure he didn't think that at some point he was going to be on national news discussing such a tragedy that just happened this week. But he stood tall on it, did not discuss politics, just talked about let's get together, let's show unity here. And they praised the Capitol's finest, the Capitol Police, who without them that day at that ball field, it would have been nothing short of an absolute massacre if they hadn't been there to protect those members of Congress and their staff.
You have been around politics for a number of years, at one time working for the great Senator Arlen Specter. What do you think is going to happen, your opinion, with how we look at security guarding those who govern at all levels in the nation's capital?
The reason there was Capitol Police there is because Steve Scalise was there. He's a member of leadership, being the majority whip in the U.S. House, and as a result, he does have security assigned to him. Not Secret Service, but U.S. Capitol Police. And other members of Congress simply don't. They would not have security with them. Congressman Doyle himself said their team was practicing at a nearby field. They heard the shot, and they ducked for cover into a dugout, knowing that their only protection, the only weapons they had were their baseball bats.
When you think about what this has done as far as sending shockwaves throughout our government, it also makes you realize that we're living in very unsettling times right now. And if I'm a politician anywhere, but especially in the nation's capital, I've got to be a little concerned. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. And so much of it is just common sense. And, you don't park in the same parking spot all the time. You don't drive the same route to work every day. You don't have a license plate on your car that says, member of Congress, a member of the state House, or state Senate. It's just so much of it is common sense that you don't make yourself vulnerable, and you don't overly publicize your schedule. You don't want to broadcast where you might be.
What also we can take from this, that our government continues to do just that, govern through some turbulent times, and a tip of the hat to all of the men and women of Congress, but really who give their life to public service, because no matter how tough the times get and how scary stories like this are, they understand they have a responsibility. And you look at the courage of Representative Scalise, who underwent surgery and had damage to his internal organs. He will come back, and they will do what they do. They govern, and they're public servants. Many of them could do a whole lot better salary rise in private life, but they have made that conscious decision, and they realize responsibilities come with it. So you can't say enough good things about our government, which many times doesn't get enough good things said about it.
No, you're absolutely right. An example of that, these government employees, these Capitol Police, were wounded, took fire, and returned fire to stop the threat against not only them, but those members of Congress and those staff members who were there that day. 25,000 fans at National Park the other night just exploded. You would have thought there were 100,000 people there screaming and clapping when Special Agent David Bailey, one of those wounded, threw out the first pitch. I mean, the place just absolutely exploded when he went up to that mound to throw out that first pitch. It was a fun game. I mean, both teams want to win. Members of Congress don't go into things willy-nilly. It doesn't matter what it is. and both teams wanted to win that baseball game. The Democrats broke a tie among who's been winning these games over there. They won big, 11-2. So over the years, they've now won 40 games. The Republicans have won 39 with one tie.
and a speedy recovery to Officer Griner, who was shot but also credited for bringing the assailant down. Doug, I can't thank you enough. I know it's been a long couple of days, you actually making the trip to D.C. I'm glad you had a chance to join me here tonight and get some good news to the audience after a very scary time in D.C. the last couple of days, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks, Rob, for having me on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone, from the Pratt Pack Gym.